Hello everybody, it's DemonRushGaming, and I am back with the Titans Connected franchise, and despite the odds being stacked against us, despite our first-string quarterback being out, our second-string quarterback being out, relying on a third-string quarterback, and one of our wide receivers getting injured mid-game, here we are, in the divisional AFC round of the playoffs, the 12-4 Titans against the 13-3 Ravens, missing the number 2 seed by one game, I believe. Here we are. This game is going to be interesting. Last week, the game came down to straight defense. No points were scored at all in the fourth quarter. You need to watch that game. It was absolutely insane. Never think you have a team beat. And never think that offense is king, because you're going to be proven wrong at some point. So here we are. And let's see who made it. Let's first check and see who made it through. Actually, went way too far there. Let's see who made it through the wildcard round. League schedule. Just not gonna look at this, and wildcard. As you can see, we beat the Chiefs 31-25. The Panthers didn't show up to the playoffs. Only half their team did apparently, because they lost 37-10. Broncos edged out the Bills by 4 points. Man, I would have loved to see the Bills move on. Just not something you expect. 49ers overtook the Seahawks by 7. So now, in the divisional round, you have the Broncos at the Patriots, the 49ers at the Redskins, us, the Titans, at the Ravens, and the Packers at the Saints. Man, the Saints. If I don't win the Super Bowl, I want them to. That's all I gotta say about that. A bunch of interesting games here. I guess we'll just have to see. We're not facing an undefeated team yet, so that's good to see. Okay, let's start moving on to the rest of the things that we need to get through in this one. Okay, wait, do they have awards for wildcard? Let's see, weekly awards. Oh, they do. Okay. So NFC Offensive Player of the Week went to Aaron Rodgers, 31 of 35, 306 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, 4 carries for 11 yards. Julius Peppers of the Packers, wow, Packers racked up 7 tackles, 3 sacks, and that's it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week went to the Chiefs, who we played against and edged out. 32 carries, 138 yards for 3 touchdowns. Really? Ellington didn't beat that out. Ellington had more receiving yards. I don't even know. Okay. And then you have McKelvin of the Bills for 5 tackles, 2 interceptions. Wow, the Bills had every reason to win. Jeez. Okay, so AFC winning weekly award players. Both their teams lost, and NFC was just the Packers, and they moved on. So they're gonna play the Saints this week. That's gonna be interesting. So let's see. Now let's get some practice in for this week. Game prep. We have a lot of hours to work with until this next game. So let's see what we need to put it into. Cornerbacks could probably continue to use time. What I'm not getting is, why is it not letting me work on anyone but the defense? Huh. I wonder if it's because we have what's considered the worst defense in the league, which still doesn't make sense to me. But whatever. Let's work on our cornerbacks. They can definitely use the work, as far as I'm concerned. All starters are going to get jump started. I believe Thomas, he made the Pro Bowl. Wow, that's our top 2 cornerbacks both made the Pro Bowl. We'll have to see. Hopefully they won't need to go to the Pro Bowl, because, hey, maybe we'll be in the Super Bowl. That'd be great. That'd be wonderful. 39 hours. Let's work on our full safeties. Get them some hours in. Both of them. And then I believe we're going to get a new strong safety in the draft. So, just get that new fresh spot. Start. Oh, geez. Okay, so McCourty, that'll go to Thomas. I like Thomas. I feel like he'll be great. I really like him. Okay, 7 hours, that'll be good for that. Honestly, guys, this probably won't be that long of a video. We just need to get prepped, get ready for this Ravens game. Look at that. We have the worst defense in the league, apparently. But if you guys watched the Chiefs game, and if you didn't, I strongly recommend you do. You'd know otherwise. My stories. Ken Wissenhunt stresses the importance of a solid cornerback when leading up to this week's big game. The Titans' Bernard Pollard has been getting a lot of attention. This is basically what we just did. Michael Griffin. Okay. Titans won this week in playoff action by a score of 31-25. Andre Ellington stepping up to the end zone 2 times. A loud crowd helped push the Titans into the divisional round. Okay, so this was that was last week, I do believe. So yeah, guys, I can't really think of too much else. It's not like we have to go over the record stats or anyone's record changing, really. That's pretty much it. Let's see. And if I am correct, so yeah, Jake Locker, I'm probably not going to sign him back after this season. Justin Hunter is out for the remainder of the playoffs. He dislocated his ankle in the last game. Nate Washington did step up pretty well. We're definitely going to miss him. Red zone threat, that's... Okay, and Zach Mettenberger will be back if we do make it to the Super Bowl. And I hope you guys hope just as much as I do, but we might just make it there. And if we do, he will be back. If not, we'll see him next season, and hopefully he'll be playing just as well as he usually does. But you might want to add some depth to the quarterback position. Now, like I said in the very beginning of the video, guys, it is absolutely crazy that we're here. We have a third-string quarterback as our quarterback right now. We're missing a big wide receiver. Dexter McCluster came up big. The only thing, now that I think about it, that I kind of want to go over is these stats. These stats of these games real quick. This will probably make it a good bit longer, but it doesn't matter. If you guys don't want to see it, just stop watching the video right here. But let's see who had the most impact in that last game. Oh, that's the box score. Yeah. So let's see. Let's go with rushing. Jamal Charles and Andre Ellington had the exact same amount of rushing yards. Ellington just had a few more attempts, and Ellington had 1 less touchdown. Passing. Wissenhunt had about 72 more yards, I do believe. And Alex Smith did not throw a touchdown. That is crucial. Did not throw a touchdown. Very important. Receiving. Dexter McCluster was the big man that day. 8 receptions, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. The only one on our team with touchdowns for that matter. Craig Stevens having 6 catches. Wright had 5. Okay, so let's see. Defense. When it came down to it, most tackles went to Woodyard. Sacks. Quite a few. I believe they had more on us than we had on them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, no. It was equal. 3 sacks apiece for either team. Interceptions. They had 3. We had 2. Jason McCourty and Terrell Thomas coming up big for that. Okay, let's move on to the next game because I want to go over probably every game just to see what went right, what went wrong for certain teams. Let's go to the Panthers and Packers game. Passing. Aaron Rodgers, 306, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Newton, 282, 1 touchdown, 1 reception. Seems like he had a good amount of yards, just could not get down the field. Rushing. James Starks and Dejuan Harris. 63 and 28. Neither of them had a touchdown actually. Looks like D'Angelo Williams fumbled and Harris fumbled, but no one getting into the end zone by the ground. Now look at that. Jordy Nelson, 9 for 103. Randall Cobb, 7 for 93. Two huge players each had a touchdown. Cotchery being the highest for the Panthers with 90 yards. And Boykin also had a touchdown. Let's see. Defense. Most solo tackles went to Luke Kuechly. And then followed by Jacqueline. Oh wow, where am I getting these letters from? My bad. Jaquan Williams. Man, I'm really bad with names. Sorry about that, guys. Most sacks goes to Julius Peppers with 3. Clay Matthews right behind him with 2 interceptions. Let's look and see. Thomas Davis and Clinton Dix getting the interceptions. Let's see if they had any forced fumbles on the day. 3. AJ Hawk forced 1. Antoine Kaysen forced 1. And Mitch Unrian forced 1. Yeah, I believe that's it. I doubt there was any safeties. And I doubt there was any touchdowns by the team. Okay, moving on. Let's check this out. Let's move on to the next game and see exactly what happened here. Broncos and Bills. Passing, of course, Peyton Manning, 384, 3 touchdowns, but he had 3 interceptions? That's crazy. EJ Manuel, 115, 2 touchdowns. Looks like he had a really solid day. Rushing, you get down to it, Fred Jackson, 73, but no touchdowns. Hillman for the Broncos, 60, no touchdowns, 1 fumble. Brown for the Bills, 28 yards, no touchdowns. Receiving, let's see what happened here. Demaryius Thomas, 11 for 102. Wes Welker, 10 for 72 and a touchdown. Sanders, 88. And then you finally get to the highest one for the Bills, who had 22 yards. No. Something's not right here. Okay, there we go. The highest one for the Bills was 64 yards. That's it. That is absolutely crazy. Let's go for defense now. Highest solo tackles goes to Chaney and Brandon Spikes. Let's see how many sacks we got. Most sacks. Tie, 3-way. You had Von Miller, Jerry Hughes, and DeMarcus Ware. DeMarcus Ware. Broncos just being better with that, I suppose. 2 interceptions went to McKelvin, 1 to Graham. Let's see, forced fumbles. 1 forced fumble to Stephon Gilmore. He recovered his own fumble too. Let's see safeties. I doubt it. And touchdowns. Just to make sure. Okay. And last game. See what we got here. Wildcard, Seahawks, and 49ers. This one's going to be interesting. I know a lot of fans out there for each team. Huh. Is Kaepernick injured? Josh Johnson, 283, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Russell Wilson, 206, no touchdowns, no interception. Wow. I feel like Kaepernick was injured. I don't know what the heck went on there. But rushing, let's go to it. Marshawn Lynch, 108, no touchdowns. Frank Gore had 79, 1 touchdown. Turbin, 13, and a touchdown. Receiving, Michael Crabtree, 154 and a touchdown. Let's see what we got for most receiving yards. Baldwin, 62 yards. Curse, 59. And Sidney Rice, 57. Top 3 receivers. And Michael Crabtree just has under the combined for those. Let's go to defense now. Most tackles. Hands down, Patrick Willis. Next highest was Earl Thomas and then Bobby Wagner. Most sacks on the day. For this game, only sack goes to Alden Smith. Interceptions? Yes, there is one. Bobby Wagner of the Seahawks. Let's see, there's a forced fumble. No forced fumbles on the day. Probably no safeties. And if I'm correct, no touchdowns. Wow, some interesting games. I would love to see the Bills moved on. Seahawks and 49ers fans, not even going to get into that. Let me know in the comments down below if you see one of your favorite teams that moved on, if your team didn't make the playoffs. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that's just the way it is sometimes. Now, when you get ready for this game, third string quarterback and all, we're going to be relying heavily on Andre Ellington. Hopefully he can keep up the success like he had last game, pounding it in there. And I want to give quote-unquote game ball split between Andre Ellington and the man that got us our last first down to finish the game, Mooney, our fullback. Absolutely love him. Short situations, he's just perfect to go to. So yeah, guys, I'll see you later on in the divisional round of the AFC playoffs. So yeah, leave a like and comment. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to subscribe, Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DemonRushGaming, and I am out of here.